Hi friends, I'm Bethany and I am a new booktubie. Is that what we call it here on YouTube? Booktube? Anyways, I am new to the booktube world, and I just wanted to do a brief wrap up of my top 5 favorite books that I read of 2023. But before I get into that, I'm going to introduce myself a little bit. But in the next video, we will get into the booktube newbie tag. But because tomorrow's New Year's Eve, I need to hurry up and get this wrap up ready for you all. So a little bit about me. My name is Bethany. I have been reading on and off since probably middle school. I am a full-grown adult now. I have a husband. I have 2 children. That is 4 and that's 1. I work full-time, but me reading books is like my getaway from the real world. I absolutely love reading, always loved reading. I read majority of my books on my Kindle here. However, I am starting to get back into my physical books again, so it's nice to have best of both worlds. But I don't want to make the intro too long. Let's go ahead and get into this wrap up. So this isn't going to be in any particular order. However, the first book is definitely my favorite book. So the first book is going to be Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. If I had to recommend any book, my favorite book of all time to anyone in the world is going to be Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. A brief synopsis of it. It's about a married couple that got divorced. It's a second chance romance trope about Yasmin and Josiah, and they got divorced and they have children, even though they really shouldn't have got divorced, and it's a whole plethora of drama in between that. But as a married woman, as a mother, as a black woman married to a black man, it really pulled at every single one of my heartstrings. I could not vouch for that book enough. I even bought the physical copy, and it should be delivered soon just because I need it on my bookshelf because it's really that good. Number 2 on my list is going to be Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. The entire Billionaire series by Lauren Asher, chef's kiss. But if I had to pick one of them, out of all of them, my favorite one is going to be the second book, Terms and Conditions. That is about Declan and what's her name? Declan and Iris. And pretty much that one is, in order for him to receive his inheritance that his grandfather left him, he has to marry. So he decided to do this fake marriage with Iris, whom is his assistant. That's her boss. And it's a whole lot of drama, and they actually end up really falling in love. It's a whole thing. But that book is easily 5 out of 5 stars. I went back on my Goodreads account, and I saw that I rated that book like a 5 when I was only 35% in, so superior. My next one is going to be Fourth Ring by Rebecca Yarros. Now, I'm not a big fantasy type of girl. However, Fourth Ring is one of the first fantasy books that I've read. There's another one that I read that I'll get into next. Easily rated 5 out of 5 stars. If you're not really into fantasy, but you kind of want to get into fantasy, Fourth Wing is the way to go. It's about, her name is, I'm about to get her name wrong, y'all. I think it's Victoria. Yeah, it's about a girl named Victoria. Her whole life, she trained to be a scribe. Pretty much like a librarian in a way, but more to that. She's trained, all she trained to be was to study, read books. However, her mother, who was the general of the whole thing, she pretty much forced her to be what is called a dragon rider. She is so puny. She's so little. She's was never trained to be a dragon rider. Her mom forced her to be it, to become that. And pretty much that whole book is her getting over obstacles after obstacles and proving herself and everybody else wrong that she can actually do what it takes to become a dragon rider. So I actually just read that. That is a 5 out of 5 stars for me. There was something else I wanted to say about that. We'll get back to it if it comes back to me. But my fourth one book that I recommend is Shatter Me by Tahari Mafi. That was the first fantasy book that I've read, and I absolutely just gobbled it up. That was 5 out of 5 stars for me. The entire series was. It's a long series, but it's such an easy read. It's more like a YA type of trope genre. So if you're not into fantasy, because fantasy can be a little bit more difficult to read, Shatter Me is definitely the number one choice that will help you get into it. It's given like dystopian type vibes. I love dystopian books. If you like the movie Divergent, if you like Hunger Games, if you like Maze Runner, if you like those type of movies, then Shatter Me is definitely that one for you. And then lastly, my top rated 5th book out of all the books of 2023 is Real by Kennedy Ryan. Now, Kennedy Ryan is easily my favorite author. She's a Black woman. She writes the best romance books of all times between her and Lauren Asher, but Kennedy Ryan is definitely number one for me. Real is pretty much about Kanan and Neva. Kanan is like a director. He's unapproachable. He's not that nice. He's not that friendly, but he is amazing at what he does. Neva is like a Broadway type of singer who is trying to break into the Hollywood world. However, she is battling some things that's only her very close people know about, that is kind of crippling her life. And pretty much this is a romance as well. Kanan and Neva try to find their place within each other's lives. And it was 5 out of 5 stars for me. I forgot to mention in the beginning, I did read 50 books for the year of 2023. I didn't start reading until the middle of 2023. So next year, my goal for next year is going to be a higher goal, and we'll get into that in another video. But I hope I didn't talk too fast. I hope you all enjoyed the video. This was my top 5 favorite books that I've read in 2023. If I had to recommend any of those books to you all, it will be those. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends. Is that good?